Hello, hello, hello. What is going on, beautiful people? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is that you're clicking on this video. If it is your first time clicking on one of my videos, welcome. Feel free to like it up if you like what I am talking about. Share it with someone else that it could benefit. Because today, y'all, we're going to talk about these taxes. Yes, we're going to talk about taxes. If you're one of my subscribers, welcome back. If you are not a subscriber, feel free to check out some of my other videos. And if you like it, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you hit that little bell on the side so you're notified whenever I am uploading a video. Because listen, all about this final expense, business owning, and taxes. Let's talk about it. So right now, a lot of individuals that know me and know what's been going on, my husband and I are in the process of buying a home. Okay, so when you're buying a house and you're a W-2 employee, right? It's a little bit different. No, it's a big difference than when you are 1099, when you are self-employed. Let me tell y'all. So talk about spending hours on the phone with the IRS within this past week because of the different things that a mortgage company lender needs in order to approve your loans. And it might be different if you're looking for something that's under 100,000. We're looking at, anything that's over 300,000. It is going to be something different, right? So, the process is real, y'all. What I started to do is write down like everything that we had to do so that I can create kind of like a checklist, to-do list, things that you need to be aware of before you start going into the process of buying a home, so that you are not in shock, right? So you're not in shock of what you're going to need, because it's a lot. I thank God, I said yesterday and the day before yesterday, I sent my husband a message because I had spent about 2 hours on hold trying to get through to the IRS again, only for them to get on and the phone to disconnect. I was like, the devil is a liar. I said, I'm not going to get upset. I'm just going to call back in because I need some stuff done. And so called back in. This time I called on both of my cell phones. So I was on hold at the same time on both of my phones, just in case when they answered the one, if it hung up, at least I had another shot with the other phone. So that worked. I know. Listen, always got to be thinking outside the box, if you will. So another hour on hold, finally got somebody on the phone. And so the lady answered. She, started the conversation like, my name is whatever. So I hung up on the other phone so that it can open that line up for somebody else. Man, let me tell y'all, I should have hung up on the woman that first answered, because some people don't like their jobs, y'all. I'm on the phone with this lady and she is just unprofessional. Let me say it like that. She's very unprofessional. Yes, how can I help you? And I'm like, hey, well, my name is Christine Austin Hill, and I'm calling in because I need some additional information. I called in, yesterday, and I got some things set up, but whatever. So first I need to verify your information. So she's talking like that, and I'm just like, who do you hate? Right? Because you don't know me. And so I'm like, okay, and I'm still light, and I'm giving her the information. Mind you, I have been on the phone with the IRS like every day, all week, and on hold every time that I have to call in. And every time the phone is disconnected almost. So I should be the one, I think, with the whole attitude. But no, she's got the attitude. And so I'm like, I was trying to set up an appointment with a local agent, someone that I could walk in, see them, get some things taken care of. She was like, ma'am, well, that's not how we do things. The first thing is you need to try to do it online. And if you can't do it through the automated system, I'm like, okay, wait a minute, ma'am. Are you having a bad day? Are you having a bad day? And she was like, no, I'm not having a bad day. And I said, okay, because your tone, it sounds like real argumentative. Ma'am, I'm just calling in. I'm trying to get some help. And you happen to be the one that's there to help me. You would have thought that would have softened her down a little bit. Not at all. She was like, well, what I need to do is make sure that we've exhausted every other measure before you can get in front of a person. And I'm still thinking, wow, that's crazy. Like, you are really pushing everyone to want to have to deal with a computer, an automated system. Like, don't you realize that these automated systems are taking all of your jobs? But anyway, I'm still like, okay. So I had to get up out my seat. I was like, Lord, I'm going to need you today to arrest my tongue, because she is really trying to pull me out of pocket. And I mean, just the stuff that she was saying. Well, I need to know who you talked to that told you that you can call and set an appointment. I was like, this call's being recorded, isn't it? Because I swear you're really trying to argue with me right now. Even my daughter came out the room, was like, who is that? Because I had the lady on speaker. Anyway, I was like, I'm not going to get pulled out of pocket. I'm not going to be disrespectful and give you what you're asking for. I'm going to keep prayed up, and I'm going to still be very respectful on the phone. And I was just like, you know, she was like, no, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just trying to figure out who talked to you and told you that you can call in and get an appointment. I was like, what difference does that really matter, though? What difference does it matter who I spoke to, who told me that can I get an appointment or not? So anyway, she went through this whole thing. Another like 30 minutes of going back and forth with this lady, cutting me off the whole night. And I was like, God, I am so grateful. I am so grateful that I work for myself. Now, granted, I work for the company, provides the insurance, but I work for myself. I don't have to have anyone forcing me to do anything that I don't want to do. I don't have to, you know, she hates her job. I was like, honey, she must hate her job. And I just thank God that I don't hate what I do. You know what I mean? Now, I can't say that I love door knocking and I love making phone calls and I love, you know, getting told no. I can't say that. But I love what I do. I love helping the people that I'm here to help and the people that I'm here to serve. And I love the income that I make in coming out here and being, you know, a servant. So, yeah, I love that. But anywho, I'm helping you guys out with these taxes. Now, I've talked about taxes. I've uploaded a spreadsheet in the past of what you should be keeping track of. But what I never knew was on the other side of the taxes and what is important to have when you are going to purchase a home. And I'm talking about a, you know, over $300,000 home, because that makes a difference, right? So stay tuned, because I will definitely be having this video put together, you know, within the next month. It's definitely going to be a couple weeks, because I'm out and I'm playing in the fields today. But I just wanted to talk to you guys, let you know it's coming. The video, the worksheet is coming for you 1099ers, you self-employed individuals. Understand, it is important to have your business in order. All of those things. And I'll tell you just a little bit. You can't have any NSFs in your bank account for the last 6 months. All right. So you need to make sure you're managing your money. You cannot owe any back taxes. And if you owe taxes, you can't have a lien or anything like that. And that means that you haven't been paying your taxes and you owe a significant amount. So you have to make sure you have a payment arrangement. In the worksheet, it's going to break down all of the things that they're going to ask you for, so that you can get those things done in order and have it ready. So whenever you call the IRS, it's not going to cause any additional delays. All right. How many years they're looking back at, you know what I mean? What they're looking at whenever they're checking your 1099, your Schedule C's. Like, yo, I got a whole checklist. I was writing everything down, because that's what I do. And so that way, whenever my husband had to call in, I was like, here's everything you're going to need. So get all these things in order before you call. So that made his call go a lot smoother than mine, because, you know, I didn't know I needed to have all of this information prior to calling. I'm talking about your credit cards, the limits, your balances, how much the minimum payment. I'm talking about stuff, y'all. Your car, you know, the year, the model, the make, how much you owe on a car, how much it's worth. Okay, like, I know if any of you never been through that, you're probably listening to me right now like, what? Yes, like they want some info. They want blood. Okay, your balances and your bank accounts type stuff. Like they need to know everything in order to create a payment plan for you. And it's real. If you don't have everything in order, then they will be expecting a whole lot of money from you monthly. And yeah, you know, some of us, whenever we go to a CPA, have our taxes done by someone else, you know, their main goal is to write off a ton of items so that you don't have to pay so much money back for taxes. That can help and hurt you. All right, it's going to help you as far as not having to pay back all of those taxes, but it hurts you because it brings down your actual income amount. And so, yeah, that's my phone ringing. I'm going to get back to you guys with this video and this checklist. Y'all going to love me for real. Have a blessed day. Peace.